1 on pole position, Josef Kaumann, racing with Louis Delétraz, son of Jean-Denis Delétraz, one of the 3 drivers here, with a father, ex-Formula 1 driver. It's nice weather in Monza, no rain today, no rain tomorrow, so we will have open fair racing for the youngsters of the Formula Renault 2-liter NEC, Formula Renault 2-liter NEC Northern European Cup. Let's introduce the championship, the championship of Formula Renault NEC, which is one of the 3 2-liter championships in Europe. Of course, there's the European Cup, the overall European Championship. Then there is the Alps Series, let's say the Southern European Championship, and this is the Northern or the Northwestern European Cup for drivers from Benelux, Germany, England, and so on. So 3 championships. I will go into detail maybe later in the live about how and when and what. But this championship is 7 rounds, count 7 rounds, 2 races or 3 races, depending on the weekend. This weekend in Monza, in Italy, 2 races, 1 today and 1 tomorrow before the Blancpain Endurance Series. We will race 4 times together with the Blancpain Series, the impressive GT Championship here in Monza, Silverstone. We will come to Belgium in Spa for the 24 hours, and then in Nürburgring, other races in Most, Hockenheim, and so on. So 7 races this year. For the championship, let's go through the starting grid, as the leading car is already leaving the starting grid. It's Louis Delétraz, Ukyo Sasahara from Euronova, Andrea Pizzitola from Manor, Aurélien Panis in 4th position, of course, son of Olivier Panis, former Monaco Grand Prix winner. 5th, Levin Amweg, Art Junior team. Roy Geerts, 1.6 champion in Benelux last year in AV Formula, in 6th position. Kevin York, which is the poleman for tomorrow's race in Josef Kaumann racing car. And then Steijn Schothorst, one of the other Dutch guys in the championship. Nice. 2 Dutch drivers in the top 10. Then KTR, the Belgian team, in 9th with Alexander Albon, and in 10th position on the 5th row, MGR Motorsport with Stefan Rieners. Further down the starting grid in 14th position, KTR again with Jorge Gounod, which is of course the son of Gounod, ex-Formula 1 driver Gounod, and then all the rest. 32 cars in Monza for the start of the season, which is of course very good. Very nice starting grid. There is already a crowd in the grandstands. The weather is magnificent, so we will have a 25-minute race, both today and tomorrow, of course. Very important for the championship. This is a mixed grid with 24 seasonal entries and 8 European entries. Cars from the European Championship for the Euro Cup. They can also score points here, so not driving out the championship. No, everybody can score points in this race and in tomorrow's race. So a nice mixture of European drivers and NEC drivers. A nice mix also in the top 10, which is good. This is, of course, the next step. The 2-liter is the next step after the 1.6, before the 3.5. And we had the 3.5 also qualifying here today already, with Carlos Sainz Jr. setting the best time, the best lap time in the first qualifying session of the 3.5. So 1.6, 2-liter and 3.5. The step, the Renault step by step to the Formula 1. And of course we have some Formula 1 drivers in the World Championship who managed to set nice results here in the NEC in the past.
So now it is going to be his first ever race in single-seater racing. He is driving car number 33 of the...
This is Delétraz, young Delétraz, very, very, very young driver, 16 only. His 2nd year in the series. He's one of the main contenders for the championship. If we go through the list of honor, we find Felipe Albuquerque, Audi driver. This is Pizzitola, third on the start grid. We find also Valtteri Bottas, Antonio Felix da Costa, Carlos Sainz Jr. driving here in the 3.5. So this is a very strong championship, delivering some nice names later on. 2008 champion Valtteri Bottas from Finland is doing very well in the Formula 1. We've seen that in the first 3 Grand Prix this year. So perfect step up to the Formula 1, this 2-liter Renault championship. Engines starting on the long straight of Monza in front of us. Everybody is clearing the grid now
Ukyo Sasahara, who is standing in second position on the grid. And on
for the warm-up lap.
it is Jack Hughes,
And then we
5 of the
will start for a 25-minute race, which will be about 12 to 13 laps, depending on the speed. Very important for this Tatus 2-liter Renault is the tire behavior. Very high peak of the tire, 2-3 laps, and then slightly going down. Lap times will go up with 2 to 3 seconds. Very important for the drivers to manage their tires, to preserve the tires and to get out of the tires the best there is during the whole race, not only during the opening laps. And we're away for the formation lap. Everyone seems to be on the way nicely. 32 cars. Yes, I think we've every car moving now on the straight towards the first chicane in Monza. High speed track with towing. This means very close to the car in front of you, and then taking profit out of the slipstream. Panis in fourth, as we said before. Geerts, who won the first 1.6 Benelux champion. Jorg and Schothorst, Jorg of course the poleman for tomorrow's race. Albon Reiner, Graham Ramsey, row 6. Vetter and Gounod, one of the 3 ex-Formula 1 drivers, fathers of course. Keith Morris, Malga Barnicoat in 17th and 18th position. Morin Owens on the 10th row on the starting grid. Dalejewski Hughes from the Renault 2-liter in the cars of the Lotus Formula 1 team, junior team. We're down in 25th and 26th, Ringbalmi 27, 28. And even if those guys are further down the starting grid, the differences in lap times are very, 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 very small. The gap between the pole man, Delétraz, and the man in, let's say, 25th position is just over a second. All very talented young drivers here. No big gaps like champion drivers. Young stars coming from 1.6 or karting and sharing the same dream, which is of course going to Formula 1 later in 2-3 years' time. The race is followed also by the spotters, the guys from the GP2, 3.5 and Formula 1 teams, to see whether there is undiscovered talent, real talent that could go through Formula 1. One of those very fast young drivers is of course number 17 here, Mr. Delétraz from Switzerland. Louis Delétraz, Josef Kaumann Racing. The team also from Belgian Stoffel van Doorne a couple of years ago when he won the championship, the European Championship. Kaumann, a very good team, very experienced team as well in the 2-liter. Almost there. Kaumann car with Delétraz heading for first position here to start. Standing start, not a rolling start. Rolling start is endurance races. This is a standing start, so everyone will come to a halt. We wait for the lights and then we're off. 25 minutes race.
25 minutes racing distance in the opening race at Monza.
Concentration very high. heartbeats going up. All those very young guys, 16, 17, 18 years old. Field is coming after the Parabolica. They're one of the Lotus Junior team cars. Hoping to see everyone going through the first chicane, which is of course a very difficult one. Going to the right, then left immediately after, and then a long straight again. Waiting for the lights now. Safety car and medical car coming to stop. Green flag waving. And yes! Good start from Delétraz, followed by the pack, and he has to defend now. He will lose his first position in the first chicane. Probably he does. Over braking there, yes, he loses it. And is everyone? No, not everyone is coming through the first corner properly. Some slight mistakes, but no real disaster in the first corner, in the first chicane. Oh, and this is one of the front runners. Of course, people going over the curbs, which is not good for the car, damaging the bottom of the car. Very important for the airflow. This is number 4, Jake Hughes from Great Britain, Mark Burdett Racing, and I think his race is over already. And it's still Delétraz in the lead. Didn't lose it. Sorry. Nice battle for second and third. And the whole bunch, nice racing there. 3 on a row. Braking into another chicane here in Monza. Dirty part, and that's very difficult. Getting on the dirty part of the track. There's sand, stones. And waiting to see them passing on start finish after the first lap. The first lap of the season. Oh, this is not going like it should be. Delétraz, meanwhile, is still in the lead, followed by Pizzitola on 1 second, Sasahara 1.5. This is close battle, but 2-3 guys off. There is the bunch. So Delétraz leading. Piston in second position. Third is number 46. Ukyo Sasahara from Japan. All the way, of course, number 35 in fourth position, which is Levin Amweg from Swiss. One of the young drivers walking, which is, of course, not the aim of racing. Yellow flag here, which means not overtaking. One of the Lotus Junior team guys with a broken front suspension on the right, entering the pit lane. Part of the Jenny group, Lotus. And Delétraz is holding his lead, still more or less 1 second, 1.057. Good first sector. Good second sector as well, Delétraz. A nice battle for the second position there. And now it's important whether to see there is a yellow flag. Well, not yet. Yes, yellow. So no overtaking, gentlemen. No overtaking. Second attempt on the long straight. This is car number 36. Callan O'Keefe from the Republic of South Africa. Delétraz leading, Pizzitola, Sasahara, Amweg, Schothorst, Jorg, Riener, Albon. And are we missing our good friend Roy Geerts, number 18? Yes, he is one of the victims of the first lap. So the 1.6 champion of last year, the neck or Benelux champion, out of the race. Sadly, the Schothorst in a nice 5th position. Well done. And the battle for second, 12 and 46. Of course, our Japanese friend and our French friend Pizzitola, Andrea Pizzitola, and Ukyo Sasahara from Euronova, battling for silver and bronze on the podium. Followed by Amweg, but it's over a second, the difference between the number 3 and 4 in the classification. And then again, a good second between number 4 and 5. So the battle is for seconds. And then a very nice group also for the positions, I think 6 to 10, 5 to 9 to 10, 4 cars. And then the rest of the field. In this very open, competitive championship, which is now in his 9th year of existence. With in a row Felipe Albuquerque, Frank Kechele, Valtteri Bottas, Antonio Felix da Costa, Dio Chilling, Carlos Sainz, Jake Dennis and Matt Perry, champions. And the battle for second, we follow it. Pizzitola, Sasahara, Japanese guy, is difficult braking there before the chicane. Will he manage to take care of the slipstream and have another go for second? Meanwhile, our German friend, or Swiss friend, Levin Amweg is coming closer. Of course, he's not battling for position, so he can, yes, and a nice overtaking, nice maneuver there. But he loses it on the outcoming of the chicane. Oh, some pushing. And Amweg could take, yes, Amweg touching. This is very nice driving, just on the limit, maybe somewhat over the limit. But we have 3 cars now fighting for second, third and fourth position. Amweg closing up and taking third position. And it's our French friend Andrea Pizzitola who lost not only second but also third position. Also further down the field, but they're just behind Delétraz, who is leading comfortably. Very nice battle there for second, third and fourth. See Delétraz coming by, leading by now over 3 seconds on the numbers 2, 3 and 4. Sasahara second, Amweg third and Pizzitola fourth. Schothorst is also closing in. He's just a second behind Pizzitola, so 5th position Schothorst. Hey, if he manages to keep his tires fresh, which is very difficult with this little Formula Renault, maybe the Dutch driver could compete for a position on the podium. Number 35, Levin Amweg. Replay of the start. Good start from our Swiss friend, number 17, Louis Delétraz. And then the whole bunch following 32 cars, but we already missed some cars. 6 cars out of the race now. Replay of some nice tire smoking, over braking. That was some severe touching, damaging the suspension, or maybe damaging the suspension. The first contact of the race there, and then we will see the next incident in the last corner. There is it. not Stefan Riener, it's one of the other cars. The number 16, Brian Vetter from the USA. And back live in the race with Schothorst now closing in on the numbers 3 and 4. Sasahara, he's having a little gap. Nice overtaking there of Pizzitola on Amweg. So change for third position. Meanwhile, our friend Delétraz is leading with over 3.5 seconds, 3.4 seconds now. Nice battle for third. Amweg, Pizzitola. Pizzitola now third again. Amweg fourth. And Schothorst is closing up. Maybe the Dutch guy could have a look for fourth position. About a lap, almost halfway the race. Tires, very, very important. One of the team managers told me yesterday that Delétraz, one of his strong, or his coach, not team manager, but his coach told me that one of his strong points is that he preserves his tires during the whole race. Very smooth, very neat, not aggressive on the tires, which is very important here in the Formula Renault. To get everything out of the tires, not 1 lap, 2 laps, 3 laps, no, everything during the whole race. Number 7 also closing in, Stefan Riener from Austria, MG Motorsport. Formula Renault 2 liter, which is a Tatus chassis, the SADEF gearbox, and then of course aspirated 2 liter Clio engine, 2 liter car. Already very fast single-seated car, way up to the Formula 1. And the nice thing is that there is competition everywhere, not only for second or third, but everywhere in the field. Number 41 here, Leopold Ringbom from Finland. And that's for 15th position. Together with number 19, Josef Zaruba from the Czech Republic. Number 8 here, Robin Hansson from Sweden. Ooh. And Robin Hansson and his friend, number 39, Andrea Pizzitola from Italy. They have a little contact, and this could be the end for both of them. Number 8, Robin Hansson, touching one of the chicanes. Number 14 here, Gustav Malja from Sweden. Not a good day for Swedish drivers. 31, damaging his front wing on the right side due to a contact. Number 8, Robin Hansson, due to a contact earlier. You see it here. And there he goes. And this race is over for them. Number 8, Robin Hansson from Sweden. And number 39, of course, Andrea Pizzitola from Italy, Brixa Horsepower team. So, which means 25 cars left, halfway through the race. Delétraz leading, I would not say easily, but he has a 3.2 second gap. Pizzitola is now in third, Amweg fourth, and Schothorst fifth. That's the top 5 of the race. Further down the other order is number 7, Stefan Riener is 6th. 7th, number 15, Kevin York, the poleman of tomorrow's race. 8th is number 23, Alexander Albon, the first of the Keerberg Transport Racing guys. 24, his teammate, Gregor Ramsay from Great Britain. And in 10th position is number 6, Raoul Owens from Great Britain. And there the battle for second, of course, number 12. The battle for third, French driver Andrea Pizzitola from Manor MP Motorsport. Here we see Delétraz, maybe on his way to a first victory this year. Josef Kaumann racing guy, son of a former Formula 1 and GT driver, Louis Delétraz. He competed here in Monza in GT cars like Corvette. And Sasahara is closing in on him. 0.3 of a second, 0.4 of a second a lap. Will we see the Japanese driver closing in on the leader in the closing laps of the race? 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes, which is 5 or 6 laps. It's just above 3 seconds now. It was 3.5. So the Japanese driver is coming closer, and this is of course Robin Hansen after his contact earlier on in the race, the last lap. I think his race is over. Delétraz, Sasahara took another 1/10 of a second out of his of the gap between him and the leader. Number 7, Stefan Riener, also closing in. The gap with Sasahara is 2.9 seconds. Pizzitola 4.2, Amweg 4.9, Schothorst 5.6 seconds. And Schothorst, yes, is he having a look? The McGregor guy, yes, he's having a look to take fourth. On Amweg, Levin Amweg from Switzerland. Schothorst, yes, he's trying. Second attempt to pass by the Swiss driver. This is a nice battle for fourth position. Will he try again? No, he remains just behind the Swiss driver now to make up speed, to build up speed in the long straight. And having another attempt there. 8 minutes to go. Delétraz leading, still having a 2.9 second lead, which might be enough to take for victory here in Monza. For the first race of the first round of the year, 7 meetings. It's a nice fight as well with the Lotus Junior team guys. Delétraz, Sasahara, Pizzitola, Amweg and Schothorst. Top 5 of this race, and Sasahara is closing in. He took another 0.3 of a second out of his of the gap between him and the leader, Delétraz. Schothorst setting down a very nice first sector, personal best. Delétraz as well in his first sector. Good racing here in Monza. 25-minute race, 7 to go, 7 minutes to go. Stefan Riener dropping down the order a bit. He was 6th, and I think Stefan is having a problem. Look, oh, nice, very nice sector time of our Japanese friend Ukyo Sasahara. Best overall second sector, so he is taking again 0.2 of a second out of his the gap behind between him and the leader. So might we see a battle for victory still in the closing stages? Maybe not, maybe yes. Delétraz leading to 2.6 seconds, and another 2.2 now. It seemed that Delétraz was going to win this one quite easily, but nothing is over yet. Battle for third is also nice to follow between Pizzitola, Amweg and Schothorst. Nice sliding there from Kevin Jorg, the guy who will take pole position tomorrow. And indeed, Riener is in pit. Stefan Rieder from Austria was 6th, but is in pit lane now, maybe due to a technical or mechanical problem, because we didn't see any crash or contact. Gounod also out of the race. Geerts, Panis, so not a very good day for the Formula 1 related guys, except of course Louis Delétraz leading the race with now 2.2 seconds ahead of Sasahara. This is a nice one. Sepp Morris, Vortec Motorsport, damaging his front wing. Number 9, Philip Morin from Sweden, another Swedish guy, out of the race. Yellow flag. Car is in a not a very nice position on the racetrack. We might see a yellow there. The rest of the race. Oh, sliding and then probably touching. Yes, into the barriers. Heavily damaged the rear wing and rear suspension, of course, for Philip Morin, number 9. Another retirement. I think we might see not more than 20 cars in the finish. Delétraz took another 0.2 of a second, so he is giving a clear and fast answer to Mr. Sasahara in the fight for the overall victory. Nothing changes in the fight for position 3, 4, 5. As it was before. And in 6th we have now number 23, Alexander Albon, leading Jorg. Number 6 is 8, that is Roy Owens from Great Britain. And then 33 and 24, 33 and 24, Ben Barnicoat, and number 24, Gregor Ramsay. They closed top 10 here in Monza. Always nice to start with a top 10 position in the first race of the championship, of course. The championship going to Silverstone for the next round in a couple of weeks. May, together with the Blancpain series. And what about Delétraz? He lost another half of a second. Sasahara is closing in again, slightly, in this closing stage of the race. Another 2 laps. I guess 2 more laps for Louis Delétraz. Indeed, 1.5 seconds now. Delétraz leading Sasahara, Pizzitola in 3rd, Amweg 4th, Schothorst. I don't think we will see any changes there for the positions 3, 4 and 5. But what about the lead and Delétraz? Really managed to keep his first place. Will it be a start-finish victory for the young Swiss driver? Which of course would be a nice start to the championship. His aim is to win the championship, of course, which is the aim of many of those young drivers. And then make the next step maybe from 3.5 in the future next year, where Carlos Sainz Jr. set fastest time in first qualifying earlier today. Delétraz now leading another 10th, or losing another 10th of his lead, with one good lap to go. There you can see the difference, how it is coming down, and almost an identical gap between number 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5. Japanese driver now closing in. I think we will have almost our last lap. Will be announced very shortly. Under 1 minute to go. Final lap indeed. Will Delétraz maintain in front? He has a 1.1 second gap. Of course, no DRS like in Formula 1. This is proper driving. No functional or technical aid. No, just closing in on the guy in front of you and overtaking. Overtaking because you're faster, you have the better line, or you're braking later. No button to push the DRS here in Formula Renault 2. Almost identical first sector for the two leaders, Delétraz and Sasahara. Here's Schothorst closing in. That's nice to follow on 35. Amweg, of course. This is the lead. Just about 1 second between Delétraz and Sasahara. Ukyo. He's desperate to go faster and to close in on Delétraz, but I don't think he will close in quick enough to get first position. Half a lap to go. Braking for another chicane there. He's now just under 1 second of Delétraz. Schothorst losing a bit on Amweg. Top 5 here in one shot on straight. Nice shot, and even if it isn't over till it's over, I think Delétraz is the first winner of the year. He's going down. Start finish, and yes, this one is done. First victory, first race of the race for the young Swiss driver. Sasahara from Japan is third. Pizzitola is second. Pizzitola is third. French driver Amweg from Swiss, another Swiss driver in fourth, and then first Dutch driver Schothorst in fifth. And the rest of the field is finishing. The rest of the top 10 then, quickly. 23, Alexander Albon in a nice 6th position. Jorg, number 15, Kevin Jorg from another Swiss driver. The third one in the top 7 is 7th. Number 6, Roy Owens from Great Britain is 8th. Number 33 is, of course, Barnicode Ben from Great Britain, he's 9th. And number 24, Gregor Ramsey, is closing our top 10 of today. This Saturday race. A nice, fine drive from Delétraz. Nice win for Delétraz and his coach Andrea Pizzitola, former teammate of his father in GT racing. And now we're heading to the podium. The result: 14 laps. Delétraz, Sasahara, Pizzitola, Amweg, Schothorst, Albon, Jorg, Owens, Barnicode, Ramsey, Dalewski and Kodrich. The top 12 of this race in Monza. And I think we could say see you tomorrow for the second race of the Formula Renault 2-liter Northern European Cup, or NEC, here in Monza under a bright sky and a nice sunshine. Thank you for watching us on Saturday. Bye bye and see you tomorrow. The highlights, quick. The race, 25-minute race in a few highlights. The start, perfect start of Delétraz, battling behind, some overbraking, everyone going through the first chicane smoothly, let's say, no proper touching. The accidents would follow later on the first lap. And we had a first contact here in one of the chicanes in Monza, making casualties. Yes, there he goes. And some other incidents, sadly for the drivers, because it's not the aim to start with that in the first race of the season. There we lost our Benelux champion also. Going through the gravel. which is nice with the rally car, but not with the Formula Renault. Some other touching here. Battling for second and third and fourth position, our top three guys, Sasahara, Pizzitola and Amweg. We've seen some nice driving from those guys. Meanwhile, Delétraz was leading and he was controlling the race just on the limit, or maybe slightly over the limit. Maybe some discussions later on in the paddock. Some other incidents throughout the race. We lost some drivers. I think, yeah, 20 cars finished the race. Another nice contact, number 8, Robin Hansen, one of the Swedish drivers retiring from this race. More contacts there. A broken front spoiler for number 31. 8, Robin Hansen, one of the Swedish drivers retiring. Said not a good day for the Swedish drivers here in Monza on Saturday. Another Swedish guy going off, number 9, Philip Morin. Number 6 and 33, Ben Barnicoat. The highlights of this race, and we see Delétraz taking the first win of the season. Very, very well deserved first win. A nice attempt from Sasahara, who came close from 3 to 1 second in the closing gaps. And we see you tomorrow in Monza for the second race of the Formula Renault 2-liter neck. Bye bye.